Aloha and welcome GDM family and fans of DIECAST Racing. This is me on break. Well, I was supposed to be on break after the Aloha Invitational, but honestly, between my job and rebuilding the OMR, can't say there's been much of a break. Now, I'm sure some of you missed me last week. There wasn't no video. I was still working on this update. The building got underway with leveling out the area for the new extended crater corners. At first, I tried to keep it level between the 90-degree turn and the 180 before going into the pipeline, but most of the cars weren't making it that far with any substantial speed. So I dropped the level down a few degrees, and that resulted in me having to drop the top end of the pipeline down to match up with that. But I tell you, it's got some speed now. From the start gate to the pipeline, your cars are going to fly. And it's going to make for some exciting battles and racing. Then I got down to Calamity Corners, which also had to be adjusted a bit, and so the clearance exiting Calamity Corners going onto the Dragon Spine is, to say the least, a tight and hair-raising squeeze. The exit of Calamity Corners is what I call a pinch area, and the drivers are going to have to be spot on and run a clean high line through the exit because the angle of the banking will pull the cars down to the bottom of the curve, and if you hit that inner wall, you can kiss your race goodbye. I expanded the area right across the Dragon Spine to give a little more room. Hopefully cars won't be falling into the ravine from that side much more than they did before. Not that they really did. It was actually coming out of the Temple Turn where they got sucked into the vortex and found themselves on the Magma Murphy bed down at the bottom of the ravine. I noticed a lot of cars coming out of Calamity Corners and going across the Dragon Spine seem to be running a little slow. So if you're sending cars in for races, you best send them with some good roll on them because they're going to need that to carry them through to the Temple Turn, as you'll see in a lot of these test runs. I used several different cars. I used some plain stock cars, dusted them up and ran them down. I also used some modified cars. Most of them weigh in 60 to 65 grams. So we get down to the cavern turn where I raised it up a little bit, just about 1.5 inches or so right there, to give the cars and drivers a little bit extra oomph as they're going past the fence, and hopefully they're going past the fence and not into the fence. Now, I did extend the fence out and I modified it a little bit, so hopefully it won't be walking out on the raceway and smacking the shiznit out of the cars. But we'll see. We'll see how that comes out. In the test runs, different cars had different issues along the way. I think only a couple of them ended up in the ravine. All the other changes have been cosmetic. The Moon Eyes garage I moved up next to the showroom up there near the top, up near the beginning of Crater Corners. And down the way, you'll notice we have a brand new totem driver's den. I did that out of some foam board, and then I printed up the walls on cardstock and just glued everything together. Down in the middle of Calamity Corners, you'll notice we got a camping area where the sinkhole parking lot used to be. I call it the sinkhole parking lot because I made it out of cardboard, and after painting it and it taking some weight and stuff like that, it literally started to sink down in the middle. So it's all now a solid platform under there. And then, of course, I put the grass and I added the little water feature. And we got some camping enthusiasts. And it looks like a few of the ladies want to catch some rays while they catch some racing. And then we get down to the bottom, and of course we have the island's favorite eatery and proud sponsor of the Aloha Invitationals and the Totem Wars, Tommy's Tacos and Kelp Burgers. And just past that, you'll see the spectators got a new grandstand. And we also added some standing room only area right behind that extended fence. Behind the stands, you'll see I built a little golf garage out of that foam board and cardstock. And then there's the GDM garage, which sits across from the clock tower. And on the other side of the clock tower, we have the announcer's stand, and that's where I'll be during the races. I ran a lot of cars down this new version of the OMR, all through the various stages of the build using the stock cars and the modified cars. Some of the unmodified cars actually did better than some of the modified cars, so it's the OMR. It does what it does. You either have mountain favor or you don't. But let's watch some of these runs, and you can get a good look at the new Obsidian Mountain Raceway as it is now completed. Sending down a Koenigsegg and the McLaren. Both of these are modified, and right in the 63, 64 gram range. The Mountain got a new temple. Oh, you may have noticed that. Oh, nice pass there. Overtake on the final straight. The Lucid Air and the Jaguar XJ220. I've had that Lucid Air. That was one of the very first cars I got when I started the GDM channel. And Jaguar's not going to get around them. Couple Lambos. Both GDM mods. Yellow one's got a nice pace through the Dragon spine. Sending down the 4-banger. Ooh, I thought they were dead there in Crater Corner. And 2 are. Lucid Air and the Mazda's out. Jaguar's taking that one home. Look, Lambo made it down as well. These are all graphite only stock. A couple of them got a little bit of paint or decal work on them, but the rivets are still in place. And the McLaren P1's going to take that, followed by the Koenigsegg and the Lambo. And we lost the other one, Mazda. And the Ravine feasteth. Got a couple of the Aloha drivers in here. Puff from Puff's Racing in the yellow Focus, and Dr. Z up there leading the way down in that Corvette. Dr. Z's actually part of our totem drivers. Made the ranks right at the end of the last season. Puff takes lead. Ooh, got a little push there from Dr. Z. But recovers. I'm going to have a lot more cameras in place. I'm waiting for 2 I had to purchase over my break time. Oh, Puff spun around. He's out. Well, not out, but he spun out. And Dr. Z's going to take that 2-1 with a nice time there, 7.74, leaving Puff in the corner of calamity. Well, I hope you enjoyed the update, and I hope you enjoyed the new Obsidian Mountain Raceway. Thank you for tuning in. I thank you in advance for your comments and those thumbs up clicks. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe and ring that announcement bell so you can keep up with all the GDM action. And speaking of GDM action, coming real soon is the Totem Wars Season 3. We'll be kicking that off. I'm going to try to get it off right at the end of the month. It might be a first week of July, but we'll see. I'm going to start getting on that pretty soon. And there will be some changes coming to that as well. We'll also be doing some rally racing this season. I put some rally markers up, some checkpoint markers up along the raceway. I hope it's going to be another fun and exciting season here at Griffinsold Diecast Motorsports on the most unforgiving mountain raceway, the Obsidian Mountain. Thank you to all my subscribers and friends for all your support. It is very much appreciated. Until the next race, aloha from the island. Have a good day, a good night. May the spirit of aloha fill your days. Share a smile with someone, and always keep your roof to the sun. Mahalo.